Good morning, and welcome to the stream. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Ah, yes. It helps us out, helps grow the streams, helps grow the channel, helps grow the growth. Grow. And I feel like it's going to be a good stream, honestly. I've got some stuff to go over with you today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Finto says tickets got for Deadpool 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the movie got close to 1 billion in pre-sales globally. Take my money. No Avengers for life. Unity. All that lovely stuff. I mean, that would be wild, bro. That would be wild AF. I really don't. I mean, a billion in pre-sales? That sounds crazy. That sounds pretty wild. Rossi, what's up, man? Thanks for the rose. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Shout out to everybody that was at the Diamond Lounge on Friday. I thought it was another really good Diamond Lounge, so I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the support. I think I have the thing working. Okay, that should be an accurate number. And I think as more members come in either on YouTube or on Twitch, this number should be changed, because the big deal right now, and look, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know if we're going to make it. I thought we were a little bit closer than this, and then I added up the numbers, and I think that is where we're at. 11:24, and we've got 10 days to go. We're trying to get to 2,000 members by the end of the month. And the big thing is Twitch. If we had some more people on Twitch, because there's only 94 subscribers over on Twitch right now. Okay, did that change it? Are you telling me that did not change it? It didn't refresh? What the hell is this thing for then? What the hell is this thing even for? I swear to God, I thought I fixed it. Unbelievable. Seriously, what is this thing even for then? Let me double click this. It says, okay, but what the hell is this, dude? I should definitely not have to go in here and manually fix this. This is stupid as hell. I'll give it a minute. We'll see. Maybe it'll ping up. Also, has anybody tried out on Twitch today? That's crazy. It should definitely be working. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, man? Come on. How annoying is that? I'm supposed to do it manually every single time. I don't know. That's really stupid. And if you guys know me, I hate when technology or computers don't work. It is literally my pet peeve. There's a lot of stuff I can be super chill about. Technology not working, it sends me. Because you see, technologies, that's its only thing. Its only reason to exist is to fucking do stuff. Compute. Holy shit. I might have to take that off the screen just because it's going to piss me off. Regardless, here's the point. We are trying to get to 2,000 members. We're trying to drive for it. If we get to 2,000 members by the end of this month, which we only have 10 days for, we're going to add another $200 GameStop gift card to the giveaway next month. We're going to add an extra permanent day to the streaming schedule. I'm thinking about trying to do a Twitch-only stream either tomorrow or Thursday so that I can try to help push subs over on Twitch as well. and get people over there and like explain them through the process, etc., etc. So we're trying to drive there. I appreciate all the support. Even if we don't get there, if we get close enough, like maybe we'll work something out. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, we're trying to drive for that. And I do appreciate all the support that we have gotten thus far. Did anybody try a sub on Twitch yet? I just want to see if this works. Like, should I just take this thing off the screen? I gotta tell you, Streamlabs, very fucking disappointed, dude. Very fucking disappointed. Like, how is it possible that you've got this bullshit that just doesn't do anything? It doesn't fucking do anything, man. Very, very frustrating. And now I can't even get back to my... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Anyway, wait. Let's see. Put it back up. Maybe did it work now? Nope. It's still stuck on the same thing. That is so dumb, dude. If anybody knows how to fix that stupid bullshit, help me out. Swear to God, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay. Anyway. Open up a customer support ticket. Yeah, will do. Hey, thanks, Joshua. Appreciate you. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody watching on Twitter. I appreciate everybody watching on YouTube, and I appreciate everybody watching on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's going to be a good week. We got a lot of cool stuff to do today. Try hammer? What does that mean? What does that mean, try hammer? I don't even know what you're talking about. Yo, Josh, you never knighted me. My bad. A spoon full of smiles. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Hit it with a hammer. I'm about to hit it with a hammer, for real. Like, that's how pissed I am. I would hit it with a hammer. Like, that's so fucking stupid, dude. Like, what is it even doing? Remember some gold, blah, blah, blah. Like, if it does... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm going to get totally stuck on it. I'm not going to be able... I should have never done it. I fucking hate that shit! Yeah, the Coke is finally gone. Yes, the Coke is finally gone. Hey, Josh, we don't see the chat nor the little gadgets on the screen like on YouTube. Yeah, that is true. What's up with that? What the hell is happening? Is that just another stupid thing that's not working? Oh, it was off for some reason? Okay, there's that. Damn it, there's the sub member goal again that doesn't do anything. All right, get that off the screen. All right, well, we're off to a great start. You know, we're off to a great start. That's definitely how I wanted to start the stream. Okay. Rayumbo says, Joshua, this is for the Q&A. Have you seen the gameplay for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2? It looks fun as hell and could Warhammer even more hype. Nerd Vengers for life. Yeah. I'll go over that a little bit later, brother. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go over it right now. Yeah, the gameplay looks cool for Space Marine 2. I don't know if it's going to be anything like revolutionary. Like, it kind of... Like, I would have loved to see a little bit more, frankly. It just seems like decent combat, and hell yeah, I'm excited to play as a Space Marine. And to fight against all the Tyranids and all that kind of fun stuff, right? But they've kind of been delaying the game. I just don't see anything in the game that really blows me away. You know what I mean? So I don't even know right now. I couldn't even tell you if I would get it day one. Just because I think the game itself, like if it's like a 10-hour campaign of like mid, I don't want to pay full price for that. Like I would wait. Now, if it's got a lot of cool features, if it's got some PvP, it's got some, you know, fun ways for me to play with my friends, then I'd be about it and I'd get it day one. But we'll see. I'm not convinced either way. Also, is this thing oscillating? Stop oscillating. Oh, what the hell? How did this happen? We're supposed to have a good stream. Deadpool 3 and X-Men 97 and everything. It has a co-op campaign. Yeah, I mean that's cool. How many players? Can you co-op with like 4 people? Do we know that? Am I in boxers? No, but I am in shorts. Nice gym shorts. You know how it is. It gets super hot in the office. By the way, I have the big air conditioner unit, the split thing. I have it here. I'm going to try to install part of it tomorrow. And then I have to get an electrician to help install part of it. So, hopefully by either Wednesday or by Friday, we'll have actual air conditioner in here that shouldn't be loud. And then I won't be frying, and we can have longer streams, and it'll be nice and chill. Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, when's that come out? Next month? Supposed to be a squad? Hell yeah. Terrence Howard should run Den of Nerds. Dude, I loved the Terrence Howard thing. Should we talk a little bit about Terrence? There's a part of that we might even react to a little bit later, which is like, unfortunately, him talking about like RDJ and what happened with Marvel and everything. We can react to that a little bit together. But frankly, I loved his Rogan interview. Look, there's a lot of stuff that I was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Like vortices and angles and wave conjugates and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't. I need somebody that's like smart enough to know what he's talking about and like break it down for us a little bit better. Because I was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Like, you know, but I also would tell you that I don't think he's necessarily full of shit. And some of the people he quoted and some of the people that, you know, he kind of, like Walter Russell, right? That was the guy that did the other version of the periodic table. And I think Walter Russell talks about the observer effect. And there is some interesting stuff that even Einstein was saying towards the end of his life as far as the observer effect and some of the things he might have got wrong about physics in the universe, et cetera, et cetera. So it is pretty interesting. But I'm also like, some of the stuff I just don't know, bro. Like, some of the stuff I'm like, I just don't know about that, Terrence. And it felt like, too, did any of you guys watch it? How many of you guys watched the whole thing? The whole Terrence Howard Rogan. He invented VR. I think he invented a mechanism for either building or rendering AR or VR. So I watched the whole thing, and I don't know what space-time continuum thing was broken during that interview, but it's a 3-hour interview that feels like 5 minutes. Meaning, I don't know what I was even really told, and I can kind of put all the information that I was able to soak up into like a cup, a singular cup. I also feel like Joe barely spoke. Like, I literally feel like Joe barely spoke, and Terrence just went for like fucking 3 hours, dude. It was crazy. Nah, I choose to live my life. Oh, well, I'll tell you this: you haven't lived, Justin, until you've heard Terrence Howard go nuts on Rogan for 3 hours. It was pretty cool. Until we have full dive VR, we don't have VR at all, Josh. Well, I know that. So I see what you're saying, but also you can't deny there's this really interesting thing that happens with humans, where if you get in VR, sometimes your spatiality goes away. So you ever seen those ones where people are on an edge or they're on like a plank in VR, and then they fall and it like gives them a visceral, real reaction? So I think full dive is obviously the goal, and that would be awesome. But you kind of can't deny that there's like a part of the human brain that can even make sense of something like that looks primitive and allow our actual equilibrium to be affected. It's kind of interesting, huh? It's almost like the human brain is wired to adapt to these other environments or spaces, right? There's a certain qualification to get onto Rogan nowadays. It's hard to listen if you're not fill in the blanks. I don't know what that means, bro. Josh, did you move the Coke cases to make space for the Thanos Coke cans that you got for me? No, but you can still send those over, and I'll put a couple around. I was just cleaning up in here because I want to get that air conditioner installed, like I said. So I think I'm going to install it, like, right up here on the wall. And then I got to, like, install the stuff outside and all that, you know. Oh, shit, it's Richie again. Morning, Josh. Diamond Lounge stream was fun. Terrence Howard is an uncomfortable, unfunny version of Cat Williams. Yeah, you know. No lies detected. No lies detected. I mean, I loved the pod. Like, again, I don't know if he even knows exactly what he's talking about. I don't know if I know what he was talking about, but I was happy to listen, and I felt the word I would use is like stimulating. There's this guy. Let me see if I can find this guy's name for you. Hello, Chad. Okay. Okay, has anybody in here heard of the CTMU? We're getting real deep. It's like Diamond Lounge Light all of a sudden. But, you know, we'll get off of this in a second. We'll get into the Marvel stuff because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Have you guys ever heard of the CTMU universe theory? It stands for the cognitive theoretic model of the universe, okay? Now, the guy who invented this, his name is Christopher Langan, and he has like one of the highest recorded IQs on the planet. And when I listen to this guy try to explain the CTMU, I feel very much like when I was listening to Terrence Howard, where I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Like, wait, what? Who? How? Huh? But I still like listening to Chris because I feel like I pick up little pieces here and there and I sort of start to put it together. But yeah. Yeah, it is. Also, thank you, Chad Admiral Thrawn. Vagabond of Light says CTMU is wild and super interesting. Yeah, no, it's a really interesting theory. It's like what's known as a theory of everything. Yeah, we technically don't have one of those in physics. Partially because of quantum mechanics. Partially because of stuff that Terrence was actually talking about. Some of the stuff we have to like make up things to explain stuff that we don't understand and that we can't physically measure. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah. So anyway, getting out of all that insanity, I liked the interview. I thought the portion where he was talking about Marvel was kind of interesting. We could react to that. It's kind of a bad look for Robert Downey Jr. And I kind of wonder. I mean, look, I'll just say it like this. I want Terrence Howard back in the MCU. Even though Terrence is going, off the deep end and exploring vortices and the flower of life and all these crazy things, I like him more now, and I think we need him in the MCU for Secret Wars, dude. No, not as T'Challa. Make him War Machine from a different universe. That's like all crazy smart. Yeah. Cheeto is the Skrull. Terrence is the real Rhodey. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I like about Terrence. His jawline is fantastic. Is it? I'd have to look again. All I saw was vortices, and, he doesn't have a straight line for a jaw either. If you know what I'm saying. Because there's no straight line. All right, anyway. Yeah, so we'll react to that. We'll talk about that. Let me just explain what's on the agenda for today, ladies and gentlemen. So, There was a new 1-minute trailer spot that dropped earlier today, and it coincided with tickets for Deadpool and Wolverine going on sale. I got some tickets. Did y'all get some tickets? Let me know, chat. Did you get some tickets? Are you excited? I got a couple tickets. I only got them for the first day, though. I got 2 tickets for Thursday at 3. And I definitely want to see it again. I imagine this is a movie that I will want to see again that weekend. But I'm not sure when and how I'm going to be able to do that. It's a little tricky with, like, babies and a pregnant wife and, stuff like that. So we'll figure it out. But, yeah, so I got tickets. How many of you guys got tickets? I'm excited. But I will say the trailer itself, not that impressive. Not for me, that was not a very impressive trailer. I guess I was just expecting a little bit more. And I wonder what you guys think. But to me, when you're going to sell tickets, like if you're really trying to push tickets, and I think Marvel, look, maybe they didn't need to do this because it seems like it's going crazy. Like I'm seeing a lot of pictures on social media of big theaters that are already sold out, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe they don't need to tease anything else. Maybe there's already, like, people are already ready to go. But I remember some of the trailers around Multiverse of Madness, which had, like, a fucking massive opening and ended up making, like, a shit ton of money. It was very close. It was like, what? What did it make? I think it made $950 million. I think it made more than Guardians 3. It was very close to $1 billion, okay? So even though a lot of you didn't like Multiverse of Madness and you're all wrong and, you didn't, you got that one wrong. It's okay. The movie still crushed. And I think the promotion and the lead up to it was crazy. The marketing was crazy. One of the things they did in the trailers, they had Professor X's chair and they show, I think, the shield. They showed like a couple of things like that, right? So they show those sort of things. And people went crazy. Like, the hype was there. So I'm a little bit confused as to why Deadpool and Wolverine went so mild with this trailer. It doesn't really tease anything. It just sort of shows more of the humor and some of the sexual humor between Hugh and Ryan Reynolds. So for me, I was like, oh, well, that's not a great trailer. Not much I can get out of that one for content. However, Rotten Tomatoes and Fandango, I think, put on an interview. I think it's the first big interview with Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and Sean Levy all together. And so I want to react to that. That's something I want to do today. I want to react to that. There's also a Wolverine fan film. A Wolverine fan film that is out online. It's crushing it right now. Have you guys heard about this? Like, this fan film is blowing up right now. I think it's close to 1 million views if it's not there already. Last time I saw it was like 700K. So we're going to watch that. We're going to react to that together. I wanted to talk about the live-action Spider-Verse happening at Amazon. We talked about the Silk story last week. We talked about Nick Cage. But I think we kind of buried the lead a little bit. I think we kind of got that one wrong. And so I wanted to talk about, like, what's really happening there. Go back over some of the interviews. Because Sony is building out a live-action Spider-Verse on Amazon. And that's crazy. And I think, like, we didn't really dig into that and really consider it. But the more I thought about it and I talked to some people, I looked at some things, I was like, damn, like, that's kind of crazy. Carabisi 5656, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Appreciate you over on Twitch, man. So I want to go over that. I also wanted to talk about how X-Men 97 is changing how Marvel makes their movies. Very interesting comments came out in an interview recently. The interview talks about certain aspects of season 1 of X-Men 97, and then it ends with Brad Winderbaum echoing comments he has made in the past, talking about how X-Men 97 has a ripple effect through the whole studio. And so I want to break that down. I want to go over that and his older comments and kind of talk about why I think that's so dope. It's exactly what you want to hear as a fan. So we've got some stuff to do today. You guys want to get into the interview? Should we get into the interview? Should we talk about the interview? And I think this will be, should be on YouTube, right? If I search like Rotten Tomatoes, they probably have a YouTube channel, right? Wait, this is Rotten Tomatoes trailers? Let me see. Deadpool interview. I know I saw somebody share it on Twitter. Oh, this is it? No, that's a minute. Oh, okay, wait. I think I got it. Why is there a 1 minute clip up from an hour? Like, where's the full interview? Is it Fandango? Full interview on Fandango. Hey, here it is. Okay, cool. Let's react to this shit, man. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I wanted to, before we watch this. Okay, let me get this over here. Okay, let's pause that. Okay. All right, we're going to get into this. Ready? Ready? Okay, Deadpool 3 or Deadpool and Wolverine. Tickets on sale now. Little trailer came out earlier today. I got to be honest. Didn't love the trailer. Wasn't the biggest fan of the trailer, but we do have this dope interview. I want to go over this with you, but also I wanted to start by going over this because I think it's kind of funny. This is the Deadpool and Wolverine official synopsis. Just check this out, man. This kind of gives you a little bit of flavor of like what this movie is trying to be, and I find it to be pretty damn interesting. Let me see if I can enlarge in this. Wow, really can't do that, huh? Fantastic. Okay, check this out. Says Marvel Studios presents their most significant mistake to date. Deadpool and Wolverine. A listless Wade Wilson toils away in civilian life, his days as the moral, flexible mercenary Deadpool behind him. When his home world faces an existential threat, Wade must reluctantly suit up again with an even more reluctantist. He must convince a reluctant Wolverine to fuck. Synopsises are so fucking stupid. Okay, so there's the synopsis for Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I want to react to this. This is a huge interview. The first time I think they're all in an interview together talking about this. Talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Here we go.
You can pick up tickets for Wolverine and Deadpool.
I love that you've already changed the title.
I know.
Your outfit was
you. Wrong. Let me do that better. Let me do that better. I'm sorry. Let me do that better.
Thanks so much.
Stop it. Deadpool and Wolverine.
We got it.
This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fandango Big Ticket Interview. I'm Jacqueline Coley, and I'm here with the cast and filmmakers. I'm so excited to talk to you, gentlemen.
Yo, peep the shoe game. She's got these awesome Nikes on, these awesome Jordans over there, match out the outfit. He's got some awesome ones. I don't know what the hell, like some church kind of shoes going on here. And what in God's name are the shoes that Hugh Jackman is wearing? What the fuck? Okay.
Jacqueline.
Hugh, sir, I'm going to start with you because, listen,
you can't see
I
her
saw
shoes?
Logan.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
they're awesome.
You kind of died, retired from the character. I know.
You should see how I find out?
I know. And I never thought I'd get to talk to you about this character in this way. But then I got the teaser trailer with this gentleman here where you just walked up the stairs and said, yeah, sure, Ryan, I'll do it. So I want to know the
that shit was
journey
cool.
to get to that. Yeah,
Do
sure.
you guys remember that? That really did shock us. That caught everybody by off guard. When we saw those trailers with him actually coming back, that was cool, man. That was a definitely fun experience as fans.
Sure, because I heard it was maybe driving and thinking.
100%.
It was?
I was
Okay.
driving. I was on my way. I was just driving, and literally, just like a bolt of lightning, came this knowing deep in my gut that I wanted to do this film with Ryan, for Deadpool and Wolverine to come back together. And Jacqueline, I swear to you, when I said I was done, I really thought I was done. But in the back of my head, ever since I saw Deadpool 1, I was like, those two characters together, I knew it. I knew the fans wanted it. Ever since I'd put on the claws, people talked about these two. So that had always been there, but I just knew, and I literally couldn't wait to arrive. As soon as I arrived, I rang Ryan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just said, let's do it. Like, I hadn't rung my agent, no one. It was just like,
wow. Wow.
I had to ring my agent and said, oh, by the way, I've just committed to a movie.
So that's awesome, man. It's interesting because, he's saying that when he thought he was done, he really was done. I think that is the mentality for a lot of people when they walk away. Like, I don't think Tom Brady thought he'd come back. By the way, how many times did Tom Brady come back? And I'm not counting the roast, but like how many times did he come back to try to play, right? Was it once or twice? I think when Hugh initially walked away, yeah, he absolutely thought it was over, maybe forever. I think that might be the case for some of these other actors, right? We talk about Chris Evans, we talk about Robert Downey Jr., maybe even Scarlett Johansson. And the big rumors are, of course, that many of them are going to pop back up for Secret Wars. So the question is, like, did they go through something similar where you think you're done and then you kind of reconsider? And he describes this as like a lightning bolt hitting him and him just knowing that he absolutely wanted to come back and have Deadpool and Wolverine together. So things change. People change and situations change. And so it's kind of interesting to get a little insight into how he'd be back in and doing it. Yeah, and I didn't think I'd be back doing YouTube, exactly.
He stopped his car, called me and said, I think you should stop playing Deadpool.
Oh, no, just stop it. No, well...
But it just came, and sometimes in life things come really clearly to you. And when that happens, I've learned you just jump, you go for it.
Oh, I'm so glad that you did, because I'm so glad to be here. And Ryan, maybe this is something you've been writing like vision boards about for a while, since like the first movie. And now we're here, but more importantly, we're here with Disney and a hard R. It's like you had to cross so many hurdles to get to this moment, including that.
I feel like Disney had to cross more hurdles.
I mean, facts.
True.
Talk about that and getting them to agree to this historic moment for the brand, really.
I hope it doesn't sound condescending. I'm really proud of them for doing this. I think it's a huge step for them. I mean, it adds a whole other color to this kaleidoscopic wheel that is that company and the different people that they have been entertaining for forever. So I was surprised though that they let us, go as,
Dude, real talk though. I mean, I'm kind of proud of them too. Like, what do you think, chat? Because even before the first trailer dropped, there were still people that were like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to make it rated R. It's Disney. And even if they do, they'll hold back. And I mean, the trailers kind of tell you right away, like, they're going for it, And it is kind of interesting. We've been kind of discussing, and I think that it's worth more discussion, that Marvel is seemingly maturing a little bit and with its own audience. Maybe they're seeing how people respond to the boys. Maybe they see how people respond to Invincible. And I think that they notice that more adult content seems to be what fans are resonating with. And so it's kind of an interesting time that they would take this risk. They sort of rebuild Echo to make it a little bit more violent. I would argue X-Men 97 is more adult than even the old show, which was adult for a kid's show. So it's it is kind of interesting that they would do that. But dude, like, they really go for it, you know. And I wonder how much fighting there actually was. I want to know what stuff did Disney say no to, right?
Hard R, but very grateful. I mean, there's no other way to do it. I mean, you know, for this character and this world, and particularly, you know, Logan being an R-rated film as well, I felt like that was the most kind of full-throated version of Wolverine or Logan that we've ever seen as well. So it really allowed us a lot of freedom, not exploiting the R rating just to do R-rated stuff, but it really allowing us to kind of do anything and everything in a world where anything and everything is possible.
All three of you are stepping into a bit of history with this, and it already has made history. It's like one of the biggest trailers at the Super Bowl. It's like one of our most anticipated. But Sean, you really are like the first man into space with Disney and hard R. So how hard did you go? Because I know that you and Ryan probably, as both producers and in shaping this story, how many Disney jokes are in it is really what I want to know.
Well, I'll never tell. Mostly because I do fear for my life. If I spoil, I got a big mouth, and they could both beat me up. But we were clear from the get-go. We said, well, if the three of us are going to do this, we got to be truthful to the tone of a Deadpool movie. Yeah. And that means we're not softening the edges, and we're going to be audacious and funny and edgy the way I know I, as a fan, want from Logan and from Wade Wilson.
True.
And so if you're going to put them together, and I have to say, every time Ryan and Hugh and I went in expecting pushback, we got support. From Kevin, from everyone at Disney. They kind of have trusted us and allowed us to do the version of Deadpool and Wolverine that we feel is best.
And like I said, we've only seen a little bit so far about the film, but everything everyone has seen, they're just so salivating for it. And this is not maybe the first time I'm seeing y'all in person, but I saw y'all all teamed up recently at another event. Let me just say it was inside a chief's room, like a chief's suite. And it was your wife and maybe another lady that a lot of people are wondering might make an appearance in this. And I know you're going to lie to me right now and not tell me the truth, but
I think we're going to go with avoidance more than dishonesty.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
avoidance?
Straight up dishonesty is in the cards for us right now.
But how much have the Swifties been talking to you about Dazzler? Because I know they're in your mentions, because like they were in just like ours on posting the trailer.
Well,
Like,
it's you know, movies like this are, there's so much speculation about so many people that might end up in the film, you know. I mean, I saw one that was convinced Elvis was in the movie. So, you know, anything could happen, and that's sort of what I love about this.
Dude, Elvis confirmed. He didn't just say that.
Person in this world is, you know, we'll see. Surprises are the essence of Deadpool.
okay.
Why don't we segue into your outfit and the color choices?
Yeah, the
color
shoes are great.
combination, I find
You see the
is
shoes
very
there?
biased.
I mean,
Incredibly biased.
Listen,
You're either a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan or obsessed with Wolverine.
Yeah, and both of those things are pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned.
Look, I've loved Deadpool since the very first time I saw him kill the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but me and Wolverine
It's
go
just a
back.
longer-term
It's a
relationship.
longer-term relationship.
Don't leave them hanging. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but I love you both. And look, I love the fact that you guys are bringing back old characters. We already got to see Pyro, and that was already something that folks were talking about from the trailer. I'm just going to name a couple characters, and then y'all can, like, give me some face on it.
Sure.
Like,
Is that camera going to, like, zoom in and
like,
try
give me
and
a
be like a
little
lie detector
Yeah,
based on our
Here we-
I will zoom in, Sean. I will.
expressions?
Body
Okay.
language
Yeah.
experts.
It's like a game show.
Elektra.
Confirmed!
Thing. Okay.
I love Jen Garner, though. We worked
God,
with
what
Jen.
Yeah.
Jen confirmed!
Sweet,
Adam
sweet
Project.
human.
Yeah, she's been a
Incredible.
Mystique. Nothing.
The Island?
No, she's probably not in it. Unless she is.
Yes, I'm gonna do this very last one.
Hugh does not like this.
Now,
What the fuck? He liked that one. Yeah, I think Halle Berry's in there for sure.
Answer with a different answer. We come to this movie, I definitely come to this movie as a fan.
Yeah.
A fan of the X-Men movies and the Deadpool movies. And so the movie was definitely made with the love of being a fan.
I have
Okay.
a pair of running shoes. They're Asics running shoes that are an X-Men edition, but I have the Storm ones.
Oh.
Every time.
What the hell's an A6? I'm writing that shit down. A6 running shoe. God damn it. Man's got X-Men running shoes? Well,
put them on. It's a little salute to Halle Berry.
Oh, I love that. Okay, thank you so much for that. I feel like I've done myself proud since I cosplayed as Storm, like literally at age 6, because we all love
wow.
Yeah, we definitely love our Storm. Ryan,
I also cosplayed as Storm at age 6. I probably got different looks though.
That this film is going to be one of the big summer movies, and it's going to be a theatrical movie. It's going to get people out to the theater, and I know you're very committed to the theatrical experience. I mean, we're here at Fandango. I'd love for you to tell folks what it is about a Deadpool movie that seeing it in that communal atmosphere is why they have to see it.
Oh, I mean, I will, as long as until I finally close my eyes to this weird and wacky world, I will never forget the first time I sat in a movie theater for Deadpool 1. With it was just a fan screen. It was just, you know, all the folks that would normally go see this movie. It wasn't like a fancy premiere. We've never done that with Deadpool. We've always invited the fans in to watch it with us for the first time. And I've never experienced joy, elation, you know, a sense of community like that in a movie theater ever.
Deadpool was something special for sure. And it was really cool watching it in theaters with people, man. A lot of laughs, good crowd. It also has a lot of heart. I don't know. Deadpool doesn't get enough credit for having a lot of heart, dude. It's got a lot of heart. So yeah, I agree.
And it's an experience unlike those kinds of experiences you want to share with everyone else. You want to feel that laughter and that warmth and the emotion in that room. And you know, I mean, I feel like Deadpool 1 was a bit of a curiosity. Deadpool 2 felt like a real proof of concept that there's something really, and then, you know, this one I think is the culmination of those, except we get to join forces with a legacy that is unlike anything else, which is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. You know, 24 years, is that what we're talking? I mean, that's,
that is wild, bro. I bet 24 years is older than some of y'all in chat. Yo, throw a 1 into the chat if you're younger than 24.
Look, these characters we change different actors sometimes for the character. This guy is never, you can't replace him. There's one Wolverine and one and only.
Yeah, but I'll jump in and say there's also only one Deadpool.
True.
And I will tell you,
the day is young.
like, if audiences feel 1 ounce what I felt every day,
Look at all
which
these
is
young people. Holy shit.
it's Wolverine
you guys
and
make me
Deadpool.
sick.
It's
Stop
these
doing
guys as their most legendary, iconic characters at the top of their game, and together, it's just audience delight. I felt it every day at work, and hopefully that's what comes across on screen.
The first day that Hugh and I were in a scene together in the movie, and we had to sort of walk down this kind of road together, and we were standing side by side. I remember a bunch of, I've never had this in my life, a bunch of crew members came up, and one said that was the best day of my life.
I mean,
Damn.
So you realize how much seeing those two.
That's like me if I was a crew member and not doing YouTube. I would be that guy. I would be that guy. I'd come up to him. I'd be like, guys, this is the best day of my life. And I would have been the weird guy, interview question guy.
Guys together, seeing ketchup and mustard together up on the big screen means to people, and it's something we don't take lightly at all, you know. So we're very careful when we're talking about, in the movie, certainly when we're talking about legacy of Wolverine. I mean, we shit all over Deadpool's legacy. It's fine. We're very careful with that one and how it relates to these characters.
I have to say, remembering what you said about seeing Deadpool 1, our very good friend Tom Rothman, who was running Fox at the time, who's now at Sony, but Tom said, make sure, Hugh, when this movie opens, you go to a cinema.
Yeah.
And I went to Times Square here at 9 p.m. and I sat in the back. Actually, it was packed, so I sat on the stairs. I had a baseball cap on. And I'm from Australia, where in the cinema it's a little more subdued. I couldn't believe what was going on. The cheering, the yelling, the booing, the comments.
Yeah.
And so the idea that this summer these two characters are going to come together, we will be hiding somewhere in some.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe not even hiding. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, but that's the great joy.
Dude, remember when Toby and Andrew and Tom all went out and it hid and were, you know, low key, and they go into the theater and they watch it together? Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely a feel good kind of a thing.
Is that magic that happens when a few hundred strangers come together in the dark and go through something together.
And it's also wish fulfillment certainly for audience members, but it's wish fulfillment for me too. I mean, this is something I've wanted since the jump, since the get-go. And in Deadpool 2, you know, there's a coda where I say in the after credits that you're going to hang up your claws one day. It's going to make a lot of people very sad. But also, your old pal Wade's going to show up one day and ask you to go on one more ride.
Yeah.
And when he does, say yes.
Yeah.
And I just love that this film actually makes good on that.
And you said yes. I also love the inspirations that you guys have already talked about that you have for this. Like, when I heard that 48 Hours, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles were sort of like big inspirations. Talk about how much of a buddy sort of adventure this really is, Hugh, if you can preview a little bit of how this is more than the bromance.
We're both terrified. No, we're both literally, both of us like,
if you could,
we're just checking if it's okay.
Yeah,
go a little bit. I mean, you did say it is a buddy thing, and we know it's Deadpool and Wolverine, so we have to assume you're either in it together, against each other, maybe a little found.
No, wrong.
It's
wrong.
But it's not. It can't. Just the word buddy doesn't encapsulate all there is, because that just implies good times with two guys having the best time together.
Yeah.
So
It is not that.
No,
it is not that.
But 48 Hours, I was 10 minutes in to watching Deadpool 1, and I was at a screening that Ryan had set up for me, so it was before, and I had just made the announcement. We had not shot Logan, but I'd made the announcement, this is it, this is the last one. And I remember being 10 minutes in, and all I kept seeing was Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, and I was like, oh, I just said it. So it was there, and then I shoved that one down.
Yeah.
So.
We're pretty.
Is that well dodged?
No, I think you did that. Well, I mean, we were very, very liberally borrowing from I think the tones of some of the great buddy films ever made. I mean, if you think about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the first thing you think about is it's a very funny movie. It's a comedy, but it's also like a heartbreaking movie.
It's heartbreaking,
a performance by John Candy, which is I've had a lifelong obsession with that man, and that movie is proof in the pudding, right?
Yeah, the end where he like reveals what his actual thing is and the tragedy and everything. Like, yeah, dude, it hits.
I mean, it's so difficult to kind of execute those tones, and that's the sort of Empyrean heights with which we're kind of aspiring to here, is that, yeah, it's hysterical and completely unexpected at times, and we do some really, really wild stuff in this film, but there's also an emotional core and a backbone to it that allows us and facilitates us to be able to do all those other fun things.
I will have to say we wouldn't be here, obviously, without all of your hard work. But really, if we talk about Deadpool, it was the fans. From the leaked footage through the success of each film, the fans have been with you. They've already said that this is their most anticipated movie of the year and of the summer. I would like you, if you could, to give a little tease of what fans are going to be most maybe surprised to see in this one. Just like a little, maybe a one-word adjective, maybe like a little idea that they may not expect when they said, we're going to get Deadpool and Wolverine together, but they're going to be very happy that it's there. And I'll let either Sean, Ryan, any of y'all, Hugh, answer it.
I don't know that I can do it in one word.
Okay,
but just to piggyback on what Ryan said, you know, Wade Wilson and Logan are built to not get along, right? From the comic books forward, these are two characters who are really constructed in a way that's going to drive the other crazy, especially Logan. Would really, really find Wade a pain in the ass.
Yeah, true.
But the relationship and this kind of journey goes places that are unexpected. So it's audacious. There's sick action, for sure. But the relationship and that kind of, the way that two-hander evolves, I think will be surprising to people.
One thing that was important to us was to shoot this film in natural environments. And I think that also sort of crosses over to our friendship, our collective, three of us, our collective friendship, how we interact with each other as well. It's a kind of a bit of a no bullshit policy. We're trying to sort of always have that
That's good policy.
imbued in the aesthetic of the movie as well. And you know, in a world where when you're on green screens and sound stages where anything is possible, it really allowed us to make a movie where necessity is the mother of invention at all times. So you're always constantly writing, rewriting, changing, thinking in the moment, you know, pivoting, that's the thing I think I loved most about making this movie, especially under the Marvel Cinematic Universe banner.
Well, that's what's crazy, right? Where now it's the first Deadpool and Wolverine movie as part of the MCU. But to Ryan's point, we've been friends for many years. So this wasn't, oh, go to work and make an MCU movie. This was go to work with your brothers.
Yeah.
And therefore feel loose enough to try stuff. And some of it sucked, right? But some of it,
which no one will ever see.
Right. But the stuff that stumbled into maybe good and sometimes great, the fact that we were willing and comfortable making idiots of ourselves because we're friends offset, I think that allowed for some experimentation and some surprises that make the movie better.
Okay, I've been thinking about what to say.
My man, dude, let's go.
I was just buying you time.
Yes.
No, I'm glad, because there's a lot of things, a lot of fans are going to be very happy. And I've spoken with fans around the world for 24 years. So I feel I have a connection, and I always love talking to them. And they're very honest. Have always been honest, and I've heard...
Yeah, we're very honest, right, chat? It's one of our best qualities, right? We're real fucking honest.
Not great things about what I've done. I've heard good things. There's going to be a lot of happiness. But the thing I want to impress on the fans the most is, from the moment I read the script that Ryan and Sean wrote, there was a love of Wolverine, like a taking care of Wolverine, and also a desire to give runway to the character that we'd never had before, to express parts of him that we'd never been able to do before. And something about this dynamic of these two characters, you fans will see a different side, and I know from what they've told me that they're going to be like, yes,
let's go.
How was that?
That was awesome.
Right.
Yeah, perfect answer. Let's go, Hugh.
Thank
landing.
you.
Well, thank you all very much, and I can't wait. I know everyone watching at home can't wait, so I'll remind all of you, you can pick up tickets for Deadpool and Wolverine at Fandango.
Oh, hell yeah. Great interview. Good job to everybody. That was super, super cool. Has me pretty excited about it. And I will put a little tease here, too. We know that they have been doing some reshoots. I think that a new version of the movie has been recently screened. It's real good. It's real good. It's somehow even better than it was, like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something like that. And, yeah, I think they really, really have something. Some surprises, some things that are going to catch us off guard. And that's all I'm saying. Let's go. Deadpool and Wolverine. I got my tickets. Did you get your tickets? Let me know. Did you get your tickets? Did you? Yeah, that was cool, man. That was a good interview. They didn't give too much away. And I felt like Hugh's answer at the very end of it was so on point. You know, it's true. Like, he has that license to be able to speak on that because he's been in that game for 24 years. Talked to a lot of fans, watched a lot of fan reactions. He's watched the fans react to the stuff that he does positively and negatively. And he's basically letting us know that the ownership of Wolverine is great. We're not treading on anything, but we're also giving that runway. I like that sort of explanation. Giving the runway for a new version of the character to do stuff we've never seen him do before. And it's going to be very exciting. So I am pretty hyped up for it. Should be a really good time. Should be really fun. We'll have probably like a couple of more, leaks and a little bit of rumors here and there when we get there. But I think as opposed to Multiverse of Madness, and I would be interested to know if you guys agree with this. As opposed to Multiverse of Madness, I think there will be a lot of surprises in this movie because there were crazy rumors that kind of come out way too early. Some of them weren't real at all. And then there's been a lot of stuff that was potentially even shot that was removed from the film. Okay? So, like, honestly, I'm not really digging. I'm not really trying to ask people or find out things. Some people are hitting me up with some info, here and there. But I'm going to go in and kind of just let the movie wash over me. And I think there's going to be a lot of surprises, right? Because there's, like, cameos that, like, maybe last year we were like, oh, this person's definitely in it. And now we're like, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Stuff like that, 3 Billy? Biggest one to date? I think so, says Vandolph the Black, Nerd Vengers for life. Well, I really appreciate it. I don't think we're getting to 3 billion. That would be bigger than Endgame, bro. That would be bigger than Endgame. Although I am curious how are the pre-sales going? Because another thing here, this is kind of early for pre-sales, right? We're still 2 months away. Is that usually when they do pre-sales for a movie? It feels like we're a little early. Yeah. I mean, I think it's got $1 billion locked, right? And I made a bet with you guys. If it doesn't hit $1 billion, then I will do a live watch party of Madam Web. That's how confident I am that it's going to make $1 billion. But I think it's more the question of, like, does it creep towards 1.5? Yeah, 1 month early-ish. Yeah. The bigger events will do 2 months. Interesting. Shave your head? Nah, I'm good. Although shaving my head might end up being better than watching Madam Web. We'll see. If it creeps towards 1.5, 1.6, I will tell you, if it creeps towards 2, Marvel's going to go nuts, dude. They're going to be very, very happy. But I think I would be happy, if I were Marvel, I'd be happy with just hitting $1 billion in general. It's also rated R, right? So it's rated R. There's clearly some either fatigue or some audience reduction, let's say, that's happening up at Marvel. Technically speaking, the last movie they made is the biggest box office bomb in the history of movies. The Marvels, there's been some sort of financial data that's come out. It is the biggest. Like, it's bigger than John Carter. I can't believe that. It's kind of unbelievable to me. But yeah, it lost more money than John Carter, right? So either way, we're going from the biggest box office bomb in the history of Hollywood to hopefully $1 billion take. Yeah. I like John Carter, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so either way, that's a nice come up, right? That's a nice turnaround. But if they can get it towards $2 billion, man, stuff your sorries in the sack, bro, because we're all the way back. That would be crazy. So I think some of it will depend on word of mouth. Like, some of it's going to depend on, are people like me and people like you, because if you're watching this stream, you're pretty plugged in, right? You're really into it. Are the people like us, are we going to go see it week 2? Are we going to see it week 3? You know? Man, there hasn't been a movie that's really, really excited me to see it like that many times, probably since Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, Spider-Man No Way Home was the kind of movie, it's been out for 4 weeks, and I still think, oh, man, I could sneak out and watch a matinee, and it would be, like, such an enjoyable afternoon. You know what I mean? So I haven't had that experience probably since then. The Marvel movies went from, I would see them 3-4 times to I would see them twice to I would see them once. Like, Quantumania I saw once, and I was like, I will never watch that shit again. The Marvels I saw once, and I would watch the Marvels again. To be honest, I think it's a way better movie than Quantumania. But I'm not going to pay. I would watch the Marvels again at home. Like, we have the Marvels at home, kind of, right? Guardians I saw at least twice. What's going on with words today? I'm not good with words today, chat. But I saw that one twice. And I could have seen it thrice. Maybe, Yeah. Twice. Yeah. Words hard. Hard words hard. Brain no work good. Monday. Insane after Deadpool will have to wait until February for another MCU movie. That's true. That is true. I do think that the wait was smart, though. The delay and pushing everything into next year. I think that's smart. Because I don't know about you guys, but I kind of miss it. Like, we went to the movie theater the other day. It was actually great. We went in there. I just wanted to grab some of the movie popcorn. In fact, I'll be honest. I'm still eating that shit, dude. I was munching on this. You know? Dads can get pregnancy cravings too. You didn't know that? Now you do. Okay, so I just wanted some movie popcorn. We went in there. We messed around in the arcade a little bit. It was cool. Like, this, like, rock song came on one of the skee ball games. And Liam starts, like, basically, like, just jamming out. It was awesome. But anyway, I'm in there, and I was like, man, I kind of miss going to the movies. And really, like, I will only really make it a high priority if it's something I'm really excited about, or it's Marvel, or it's Star Wars, right? Throw that popcorn away. You don't say that. I'm going to finish that later. So I think by moving everything out, I think they're going to get business in July on Deadpool. That's just like a lot of people missing going to see a Marvel movie. And also, the box office could use it. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the box office this year. Not great. Not super great. So, movie theaters could definitely use a big hit like Deadpool and Wolverine. So, yeah, good stuff happening for sure. Good stuff happening for sure. All right, let me do a thing real quick. Then I want to watch this Wolverine fan film. Apparently, it's super violent, so you might have to get the kids out of the room. But we'll react to that, and then I have a couple other things I want to go over today too. 2025 is stacked. Cap 4, Thunderbolts, F4, Spider-Man, Blade, and potentially Spider-Man 4. Yeah, I think some of those things are moving. I wouldn't be surprised if Thunderbolts and Blade moved. But that's just me. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's do that one. Okay, you guys want to watch this Wolverine fan film, dude? I've heard crazy good things about it, but I've also heard it's super violent. I've heard it's good, but I've heard it's violent. Hey, Big Papa, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you over on Twitch. Okay. Should we get this set up? It already looks very violent. It already looks crazy. Okay. Okay. Wolverine fan film titled Logan the Wolf. This is making waves right now. Let's see. Wait, where are the views at for this thing? Right. Let's check that out real quick. Oh my God, loud as hell. 700K views. This thing's blowing up right now. Let's react to it. We got to turn that volume down, though. All right, here we go. Let's react to this. Also, this is apparently very violent and bloody, as you can see on the screen right now. So, yeah, mature content warning. Get out of here. And also, Brady, you might need to censor some of this shit for YouTube. I don't know. Oh, my God. Falling Short Film Fan is neither endorsed, affiliated with Marvel Studios. Okay, cool. Got it.
I am wrath.
Okay.
I am chaos and balance. I am death and resurrection. I am Fenrir's fury.
Damn, okay. Very Viking.
I've been waiting for you.
You should have run instead.
I don't run away.
I don't run away
from miserable creatures.
I've heard a lot about you. Stories are told about a ferocious war that butchers women and children, and even slaughtered 20 of Gona's men alone. Lies! Nothing more than fairy tales to scare little kids. Lord Ota put a bounty on your head, and I don't give a shit what they say about you or what you've done. We are here for the money.
Are you sure it's worth it?
Such a leader, man. It sure is.
Called him a little man. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I leave one of you alive, so you can warn your sons about those fairy tales.
Get him!
Ooh. Good choreography. Good cinematography. Oh shit, that was cool. Oh no! Oh, that was awesome! Holy shit! Damn!
So much for that. Take the body.
Oh shit! That was awesome. Oh shit.
What kind of demon are you?
I am Logan, the Wolf.
Kill him.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Ah! Holy shit! Oh my god, the entrails! We're getting demonetized for sure. Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh my goodness! Holy shit! Holy shit!
You freak! Leave now and tell your kind about me. Tell your kind a new god will soon rule. Tell your kind a new era is upon them. Go now! Ah!
Oh shit, who's this? Sabretooth?
Impressive.
If you're here for the bounty, just look at them and see your end.
Very promising. I've been watching you. You have something unique that brings my attention.
What do you want?
I want you to join me. Together we would be unstoppable.
No man walking these lands can slay me. What would I be doing with you?
You know, we're not so different, you and I. We share the same aversion and repugnance for those animals. If we gather...
I don't need you. Just go home while you still can.
It's Magneto?
See?
Holy
I'm just
shit.
like you. A god among the commons. But instead, humans call us monsters. They fear us. They want us extinct. And trust me, they'll keep hunting us down and slaughter the ones we love until all our heads onto their spikes. But we're about to change that.
Death isn't my concern. Immortal. Last warning.
That's a shame. I thought you'd understand.
You're going to die like the rest of them.
Show me.
Damn. Damn. Is there any like interview or thing at the end here? Oh, there's a little post-credit scene. Hold up. Hold up. Damn, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So it's definitely like just Vikings, the show, mixed with the X-Men, but that's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting to see how fans can do this sort of stuff. I think the action, the cinematography, the choreography, all of that's on point. Some of the coolest Wolverine action I've ever seen. It would be great to see these guys get some like work or get hired or something. You've heard of this kind of stuff happen before. Remember when they hired Shamook or whatever, the deep fake guy on YouTube? So it's not unheard of to hire somebody like this for some Marvel stuff, that would be sick, dude. I really think it's pretty good. It's like sort of different enough where you just know it's not the X-Men we know. It's really like a, what if the mutants popped up as Vikings and shit? You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily make sense with the metal Wolverine claws. You know, there's no Weapon X and stuff like that, so it's like a little bit strange. But it was good. The acting and some of the stuff back and forth, of course, a little bit to be desired there. But overall, really, really dope. So I thought it was sick, man. And I hope that it continues to blow up. I think it's, you know, it's like at 700 right now. It's fairly close to maybe getting up towards that 1 million. That's a huge accomplishment. And maybe it could blow up. And, dude, honestly, we should get more fan-made things like this because I just think it's really interesting to see what the fans can come up with. Also, you know what this made me really, really, really want? This made me really want Wolverine vs. Predator as a movie. Wolverine vs. Predator with like this level of violence would be absolutely incredible, dude. Like, holy shit. That would be awesome. So, yeah, shout out to them. Logan the Wolf, a Wolverine fan film. Go watch it on your own if you want to see the full experience. Smash a like on their video over there because I think they did a great job, man. That was cool. That was really cool. I liked it. I thought it was super cool. What do you guys think? What did you guys think? I'm curious. I love how brutal it was. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought that aspect of it was sweet. Did you already talk about Deadpool 3 concerns? Wait, what do you mean concerns? I did not. Wolverine vs. Terminator. Imagine that. Yeah, that would be pretty sick for sure. Madam Web is back from technical level, like editing and stuff. Bad ADR. Just so general. So, yeah. Yeah, all right, right on. Game of Thrones Avengers next. Well, they did a 1602 story. Neil Gaiman did for Marvel. So, yeah. And also, you know what's interesting? You said Game of Thrones Marvel. That's literally what Secret Wars is. Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, when they go into Battle World, it's all like dukes and duchesses, and there's even trial by combat. There's different like regions or fiefdoms and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, after this mid teaser. Yeah, so I talked about the teaser earlier. I certainly feel a little bit let down by the teaser. And I was telling Chad earlier, I was like, you know, I feel like you've got to go for it a little bit more. If you want to sell tickets, I feel like you got to tease a little bit. I'm reminded of the Multiverse of Madness teasers where we got like the Shield and, you know, Professor X's chair. And like, dude, that movie opened huge, right? So you can't deny that it worked. I suppose the question is, with this teaser and with the tickets, it's like, but do they even need that? Do they need that? Because it kind of seems like most people are going to go check out this movie anyways. And from what I've seen on Twitter, it seems like a lot of people are getting tickets today. So definitely a lot of buzz. So maybe they don't need to. Maybe they don't need to. I am interested in what you guys think about that, though. Y'all didn't read Marvel Vikings? No, I did not. I didn't even know that was a thing. Didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I thought this fan film was really cool, though. I wonder, have they done anything else? I'm looking at the dude's thing right here. Okay, so they've done a lot of short films, huh? Wow. Yeah, this is a big hit for them, though. Definitely a big hit. Good for them. Good for them. I hope it goes on to be super cool for them. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty chill. The den of Coke to the den of popcorn. LOL. Happy to be here. Hyped for Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, I'm Josh's burner account. And/or boring. Take my money. Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Here, let me catch up on a couple chats here. We got a big one. Vagabond of Light, thanks. Chad Thron, thanks. Richie, thank you. Why doesn't it show the $20 one? That's weird. Yeah, I don't even know if this is an actual chat here, but pimpmeadow.com, thanks for the 20 spot. I don't know what your chat is talking about. Hallucinating? Ventilator? I'm no member, but I was roofied Friday night, was on a ventilator, chest tube, was hallucinating. I was X-Men and Sebastian taking over. So glad to be alive. Nerd Vengers for life, out tomorrow. Well, that sounds like a crazy fucking experience, dude. That sounds like a crazy fucking experience. What the hell? Sorry you got roofied. If that's real. Elijah! What's up, brother? Says, why is or is not the dark side... Oh, my God. Why is or is not the dark side of the Force the same as Young's concept of the shadow? This will be relevant to the Acolyte discussion. Look, I appreciate the 5. Much love to you. It's crazy because I haven't seen you around for like months. And you're coming in with that same energy that you had months ago where you wouldn't let it go as far as me talking about dark side, light side, and Acolyte. So I'm going to ignore your question. But I appreciate you nonetheless. I am interested as far as how Acolyte is going to be received. That's what, June 4th? So that's just a couple. Let's see here. How long? Dude, that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow. And then what? It's 2 episodes? Is that what it is, chat? Is it 2 like kind of hour-long-ish episodes? So let's talk. We'll talk a little bit about Acolyte. Let me kind of explain why, or my strategy with Acolyte. Okay. I guess for me, I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes, and I'm gonna basically decide as I watch those 2 episodes, do I want to cover this show or not? You know what I mean? Do I want to cover this show or not? And if I do want to cover the show, I'm kind of considering doing a thing where we do like a frame-by-frame breakdown. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. Let's go on a story here. And this is because of Elijah, so appreciate Elijah. Again, I'm not going to get into that question, but I will sort of get into talking about Acolyte now because of your question, okay? So, I was actually thinking about this yesterday because you've got House of the Dragon, which, when does House of the Dragon drop? Yeah, kind of like an EFAP, yeah. So, back in the day, I think it was last year, maybe it was 2 years ago now, when we were covering House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon would come out Sunday night. I would watch it, I'd love it, and then on Monday, we would kind of EFAP the show. Meaning, we would pull it up on the screen, and we'd kind of go like frame by frame, scene by scene, and break it all down. Okay? So I've been thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, let's do that again, right? Let's do that again. And Mondays we can do House of the Dragon. that would kind of mean Wednesdays we would do Acolyte, right? When does The Boys come out? Hot D is 6/16. Frame by frame Acolyte would be amazing. Yeah, so I'm not 100% committed to that, because if I don't like it, I don't really want to do it. I actually would not enjoy frame by frame shitting on it. So if I really don't like Acolyte, I'm done. Like, basically, I'm gonna watch those first 2 episodes, and I'm either gonna be done with Star Wars even more than I am right now. Because, like, what do we got? We got Acolyte and then Skeleton Crew. Like, no, I'm good. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not I even want to talk about it at all. Okay? So we'll see. If I think it's worth covering, if I actually think it's, like, kind of decent, then we would do like a frame by frame breakdown live, which I would still have my editor edit so that it'll go up on the main channel as well. Because I've been like, okay, basically this is the thought process. I want to branch out and I want to try to cover Hot D like we did season 1. I want to try to cover The Boys, but I don't want to like dedicate videos to it. And so I was trying to think, like, how can I have a good, engaging stream experience that then I could edit for a video? And I was like, oh, we'll just do the frame-by-frame thing that we did before with House of the Dragon. So that's kind of the plan. So help me out here. It would be like Mondays we would do House of the Dragon, right? Then Wednesdays would end up being Acolyte. Then Fridays, I think, would end up being The Boys. Right? Because I think The Boys... When does The Boys come out? And I think it drops on Thursdays, right? Right? Yeah, Thursday night. Now, we would, of course, do other things on stream too, right? But that would be kind of like the priority. If Acolyte flops, Wednesday can be Marvel. Well, we'll still cover Marvel. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about Marvel, depending on what happens, right? Elijah follows up and says, all good, brother. I'm more interested in the intellectual discussion, not the rage bait. I just thought comparing the concepts would be interesting. Much love. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So... I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I remember the last time you were talking about this, you were like, I think Acolyte can make the Jedi morally gray and it doesn't like break the canon, is essentially where I think you're coming from, right? And the Jungian philosophy of the shadow self and integrating the shadow self, I think that exists in Star Wars. I mean, if you look at Yoda when he meets his shadow self in the Clone Wars, I think that is kind of what you're seeing there. But the morality of Star Wars is light or dark. There is no version of Star Wars morality where it's like kind of okay to dabble, or it's like kind of okay to have some dark side. Like, that's not what the morality is, right? So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to handle the morality in Acolyte. I mean, Acolyte could potentially cross that line for me, and I really don't like it, and it could still be a phenomenal show. Ultimately, I think the show's job is to be so good, so interesting, and to feel so Star Wars-y that even if it's maybe something you don't love, you know, from the Force perspective, you still check it out, right? But I have all kinds of concerns about Acolyte because, frankly, Acolyte, sometimes it looks good. Sometimes it looks really bad. So I don't even know if the show, like, is going to be put together well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, watch it and feel like I'm watching Star Wars. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. I'm not gonna stay up for it. Like, that's for sure. I'm not staying up for it. I will watch it. I'll watch it that morning, and we'll see. So, June 5th, that morning, I'll get up nice and early. Make a nice cup of coffee. And I'll watch the 2 episodes. And so that stream, Wednesday morning, June 5th, will either be I'm done with Star Wars for the 13th time, but this time for real. Or Acolyte's not bad, we're going to cover it. Yeah, man. Wait, is it dropping like at 9 p.m.? It's dropping 9 p.m.? Cool. That's cool. So I'll watch it that night. So we will know by Wednesday. We'll know by Tuesday night if I'm done with Star Wars or if we're going to cover it. Jay Morris says, Star Wars is dead for me. Can't believe I'm at this place where I'm officially done and have no desire to anything new. It breaks my heart. Nothing will probably change till KK goes. So, Jay, not only do I know how you feel, I'm even further. I'm even further where it doesn't break my heart at all. Like, I literally feel nothing. I'm not even sad about it. Like, I'm so over it that I'm like, yeah, Star Wars was that cool thing I used to cover and like. And I'm just like, like, I'm so fucking over it, dude. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm going to give Acolyte a shot. But really, guys, I'm going to be honest. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't even give it a shot. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, and I know a lot of you, still really are holding out, and I know a lot of you guys, like, want me to cover it and, all that. So, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even try Acolyte. Because I don't think Acolyte fucking matters at all. I don't think the success or failure of Acolyte is going to change Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. I'd love to believe that it would. But I feel like if it bombs, they're going to pretend it didn't. If it does well, they're going to pretend it did even better, and it's still not going to matter. So I don't think it matters at all. Like, I want to go into a Star Wars hibernation. Wake me up when The Mandalorian and Grogu comes out. And Ahsoka Season 2. I'm still interested in Ahsoka Season 2. Other than that, I do not care. I do not care. Elijah says, I was trying to make the same point as you. We have the same opinion. I think you thought I held the opposite opinion. Dark and light must be separate. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So we're on the same page. I'm pretty interested to see how that element of it's going to be handled, And Leslie Headland has said some stuff that's made me like, I don't know about that shit, But, yeah. Bros, no excited for Skeleton Crew? No. Why would I be excited for Skeleton Crew? Like, can you tell me what's exciting about it? Like, are you excited for Skeleton Crew? Like, what's there to be excited about? The Blue Elephant Kid? Like, what are you excited about, dude? They're making a kids show, Stranger Things Light. with Star Wars? Yeah, I'm pumped. Sounds great. That sounds just like what I want. Perfect. Like, come on, man. Bro, here's one of the problems with Star Wars. And I can't believe we're back here. You know what I mean? Like, God bless. God bless. And, you know, thank the simulation because we're back. We're back here again. I don't know how we got back here, but we're back here again. Brother, Star Wars blue-balled us too many times. Star Wars was like, oh, you like Boba Fett, right? And we're all like, fuck yeah, I love Boba Fett. Boba Fett, badass, bam, bam, slam, bam, blam, blam, blam. No disintegrations. And then we got rule with respect, fucking Vespa bullshit. Okay? So they cried wolf with that. Then they were like, oh, you like Kenobi, right? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, Obi-Wan, hell yeah, hello there. You know, come on, man, I love the Obi-Wan. You like Anakin Skywalker? Oh, my fucking God, Anakin Skywalker. And you love Reva, right? We're all like, who? Wait, what's she doing on this stage? The fuck? So they cried wolf on that one, too. So I'm sorry, Lucasfilm, but you dangled Boba Fett. It was Boba bullshit. You dangled Kenobi. It's the Reva show. You can't keep going back to that well. And I feel like partially they gave up. They were like, okay, well, we can't do that anymore because we fucked up all of that. So what about Skeleton Crew? And we're like, well, that at least has zero attachment to something I already love, so I know you won't damage and fuck up something that I actually love. So maybe, what about Acolyte? Again, nobody I know, nothing I actually care about. Okay, so at least you won't bastardize this thing that I actually like. Okay. It's like Star Wars fucked up so badly, they have to go away from nostalgia now to like get people to even be open to it. Shit is so broken, dude. So once again, we've somehow arrived back here. Star Wars is the one thing that, like, I can't not be toxic about. Like, in a lot of ways, like, I'm trying to be chill, you know? I'm trying to get to a place where I'm a little bit more loving and kind about these things, and I want to be positive. I want to be excited about stuff, which is why I'm excited about House of the Dragon and The Boys. Because I think House of the Dragon and The Boys, they're about to hard carry the summer. You know, other than Deadpool and Wolverine. I wanna get excited about stuff. I wanna be happy. I wanna get, like, as a fan, positive. I cannot do that with Star Wars. You know? Like, it would be better if we took Star Wars out back, sat with it by the river, and said, I just want you to stare out there and just keep looking forever. What does he say at the end of Mice and Men? And then, BAM! Yeah. Be better for all of us. Jay Moore says, is it Skeleton Crew is a documentary following KK around showing how Star Wars literally turned into a skeleton because it's fucking dead? No, that'll be the Robot Chicken or Family Guy that comes out within a couple of years. Holy shit. Okay, can we talk about some positive stuff? Can we talk about Marvel and how they're doing good things and things are good over there? Are you guys ready? Can we switch it up? Can we get back to Marvel? Is that okay? Can we go back to happy times? Okay, good. Talk about the Spider-Man stuff. Hell yeah. Wait, which one? Because I want to talk about Nick Cage. I'm not done talking about Nick Cage. So that means y'all got to listen to me talk about Nick Cage. I've got a question for you. How does a live-action Spider-Verse on Amazon sound? Because I think it's actually happening. Last week, there were reports that the Silk show had been canceled, that the Nick Cage show was greenlit, and there was like some confusing other reports about like Lord and Miller taking over, becoming the Kevin Feige of their television, even though they were already in 2019. So there was like a lot of confusion. I got to be honest, I think last week when we talked about this, I missed the bigger picture. I buried the lead, and I got super focused on how excited I was, and I still am excited, that they seem to have made a good decision. Cindy Moon Silk, she's fine, but she's not how you launch a whole shared universe thing on Amazon, right? And honestly, just coming out of a Phase 4 mentality or a mentality around the time of Endgame, where I think a lot of these studios just took the audience a little bit for granted, thought they could do whatever they want, and thought that somehow, you know, all of these strong female characters was like the way to do it, right? I have nothing against strong female characters, but like, let's just keep things in balance. And I mean in balance to the fan base that already exists. It's not like Endgame makes the money it makes, and then there's all this other different audience that's out there. That might be the peak. Okay, and look at the demographics of that shit, right? It did well with women. It really did. But like, let's just be real about it. However, the point is this, ladies and gentlemen. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, bro, like they're really going for it. And here, I want to show you something from the article from last week. Okay, so let's take a little gander over here, because I think this is pretty telling. It says, expanding the Marvel Universe with Noir is a uniquely special opportunity. We are honored to bring this series to our global Prime Video customers, says Vernon Sanders, head of television at Amazon MGM Studios. The extremely talented Nick Cage is an ideal choice for our new superhero, and the accomplished producing team with Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, Amy Pascal, and the incredible team at Sony is dedicating to expanding this franchise in the most authentic way. Let's go on to read this thing here. We are absolutely thrilled to have Nicolas Cage starring in this series. No one else could bring such pathos, pain, and heart to this singular character, along with our brilliant producer and partners at Amazon MGM Studios and Prime Video. We couldn't ask for a better team to explore the reimagining of such an iconic character in Sony's universe of Marvel characters, says Catherine Pope, president of Sony Pictures. So look, what did we miss last week? Like, why is this a bigger deal? Guys, this is a big Amazon Prime show. Okay, so Amazon right now, they're kind of killing it right now. And as far as streaming is concerned, they're really, really knocking a lot of stuff out of the park. Now, Rings of Power, that's a different conversation. We're not sure what the hell happened with that. They're losing a lot of money. They seem content to continue to lose it and produce other seasons of it. But we talk about The Boys. We talk about Invincible. We even talk about things like the Henry Cavill Warhammer thing, which is apparently supposed to be happening at Amazon too. I think the thing that I missed, and the thing that's kind of hidden underneath the like, oh, poor Silk, oh, hell yeah, Nick Cage, is like, bro, this is like The Boys level thing that they're trying to do. This is not some rinky-dink show. This is going to be a massive endeavor. And it is a shared universe on television that they want to produce. When we were streaming on Friday, a couple of headlines came out. I think it was comicbook.com. A couple other people were running with this. And I think the reason they were running with this is because they wanted people to not bury the lead and focus on the real juicy bits. And the juicy bit is, dude, they're building out not just one show, but a suite of shows, a shared cinematic universe on streaming, done with a very, very high production budget. And how do we know it's a high production budget? Because they got Nick fucking Cage, dude. This project has been in development for some time. I've even seen interviews with Nick Cage talking about how he's having conversations with them. They've been developing it and trying to get him they got him. That's not a cheap ticket, dude. I don't know what Nick Cage is getting paid, but how is this not the headline? Nick Cage is playing fucking Spider-Man, dude. Right? He's playing Spider-Man. So this solves like all kinds of problems that I've had with what Sony is doing. Number one, where the fuck is Spider-Man in all your movies? Doesn't make any sense. You're trying to do a shared universe without Spider-Man. Dude, that doesn't work. So this solves that problem because the first show in is going to be Nick Cage as Spider-Man. Now, it is Spider-Man Noir. It's going to have sort of like a steampunky kind of 30s noir feel, but it's absolutely Spider-Man. So it solves a lot of that problem, right? And I just think when you really think about what they're doing, this is a big deal. I saw people in chat talking about Fallout. That's another great example. Fallout is crushing it right now. Like, Fallout's doing big numbers on streaming weeks after its release. Like, it's doing really, really well. So Amazon has sort of cornered a market. They're creating really, really good content. And you think about The Boys. You think about Fallout. You think about even Invincible, even though I think that's kind of a little bit of a lower budget. It's not quite as developed. But you look at those shows. Look at the money that Amazon is putting behind this thing. And if we could get like that level of care and production with Nick Cage as Spider-Man, and it's the first of many, oh my goodness. Like, that's an exciting prospect, right? I would love if the next one they did was Gwen. Imagine getting Emma Stone to actually be Ghost Spider or Spider-Gwen or whatever, right? And imagine an actual show with her. Because if you've seen the Across the Spider-Verse stuff, which I think a lot of us have because holy shit, it's awesome. The story of Gwen is kind of tragic. She kills Peter in her own universe. Right? You kind of see that at the beginning of the second movie. She kills Peter, not realizing that he is the lizard. They might do it differently in the movie. In the comics, she kills him. She doesn't like understand. She kind of like doesn't pull back and she kills him. It's super fucked up. And so I think that would be freaking awesome. Bro, imagine Spider-Man 2099. Imagine Miguel. Oh my goodness, dude. Imagine Miguel. It would be absolutely perfect. Even Penny Parker. And the idea of like mechs and a futuristic, Tokyo and stuff like that. Like, there's so much potential there. And I've been thinking about how, Marvel's maturing up and, maybe we get a harder edge with this. I mean, I think Spider-Man Noir is a shoo-in to be darker, more violent, more mature. I think it just makes sense. And it could be very fucking interesting. And this could literally unlock a whole new side of Marvel that, because its television is separate from the movie stuff, right? So it could kind of just differentiate itself from the Across the Spider-Verse movies, even the MCU, maybe even the Sonyverse. And Lord and Miller, they had this big deal at Fox. It got transferred to Disney in 2019, but they got even more money in the transfer. They were put in charge of Marvel Sony Television. And it's been a long time. Now, Hollywood's been super weird over the last couple of years, so you can't necessarily blame them. I mean, big time strikes, maybe a historic strike, a lot of turmoil, and they were also making Across the Spider-Verse. So it's not like they were slouching, right? They were involved in Across the Spider-Verse. So to have this finally be happening, I'm just like really excited. So I kind of wanted to talk about it again, get some more of the actual information out there. Like, let's not bury the lead and really talk about Silk, right? Silk's an afterthought. It doesn't matter. It's over. The main takeaway, Nick fucking Cage, Amazon Prime, big budget, massive Spider-Man show with potential to tie into the multiverse. And you have the actual dudes that just did a multiversal thing that's like the hottest shit in superhero stuff right now, and they're helming it? Like, bro, let's fucking go. That's awesome. And man, if that becomes a thing, imagine in the next couple of years sitting down to watch a season of the new R-rated adult Spider-Verse show. Oh my God, bro. That's fire. Like, I'm legitimately excited about that. So I kind of was like, no, like let's talk about this again. Let's explain what it really is, and let's get the people going, because this is a W. This is awesome, and it's another flavor of Marvel that we get to have. Oh my God! Woo! So I'm actually, guys, like, I'm legitimately excited for that shit. Like, that, I was already excited, but some people hit me up and they're like, bro, like, you don't get it. Like, you're not getting it. Oh my God, Scarlet Spider. If Lord and Miller do a version of Kane, bros. Hey, bros. Hey, bros. Hello, bros. If they do Kane, Scarlet Spider, holy shit, dude. Kane would be perfect. Especially if they're doing more mature, more hard R. Oh my goodness. I like it, bro. I like it. Andy Sandberg is Scarlet Spider. No, get him fucking out of here. No, I want to. No, that's Ben Reilly, first of all. I'm talking about Kane. I'm talking about Kane, Scarlet Spider. And get him out of here. No. I want the real Scarlet Spider. The one that has spikes that come out of his wrists. The one that uses katanas and guns. The one that said, all the power, none of the responsibility. Kane. Hell yeah. Dude, I'll write it. Oh, that show would be sick. And not to be that guy, but like, now that we've just talked about that, we've got really excited. What is Star Wars doing again? What's Star Wars doing again? What are we doing over there again? Oh, Skeleton Crew, right. Right, yeah. Who was it that asked me if I was excited for Skeleton? I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, come on, man. Aren't you excited for Skeleton Crew? Why? Hey, Mike Porter! It's good to see you, brother. Because you trust Sony? I don't trust Sony. I trust Amazon. Even that's like a little, rings of power, what the fuck. But I trust Amazon. I trust Lord and Miller. And I trust Amy Pascal. So if we get away from Avi, look, a lot of people in Hollywood really like Avi Arad, right? I'm not in Hollywood, so I don't know, but I've always heard no. And I've always seen some of the things he does, and I'm like, So if we can stay away from Avi, and we can get Lord and Miller and Amy, and we get the Amazon people, and they back the money truck up. I mean, we got Nick Cage, we got Bezos money, we got Amy Pascal, who, I mean, she's got money. Look at those wigs. And then you got Lord and Miller. Like, come on, bro. That's good shit. What the fuck? Rossi says, bro, where did you get this shirt? It's a new store that was in our mall. It's called like Lunchbox or something. I think it's called like Lunchbox or something like that. I don't know. That was me who asked about Skeleton Crew, but I meant it completely sarcastically. No one could possibly care about that show. Okay, Brandon. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Today is not Star Wars Day. It's Marvel Day. Yeah. Is it called Box Lunch? Is that what it is? Is it? Yeah, that store is kind of lit, bro. Like, they've got some really fun stuff in there. I had to stop myself from buying an $80 Piccolo statue. It's like an orange Piccolo thing. We literally had just watched the movie a couple days before we rewatched. No, it was like the night before we rewatched Dragon Ball Superheroes. And we go in there, and there's this huge orange Piccolo, bro. And I was like, I must have you. But then I was like, you have another child on the way. You know, you gotta kind of chill. Lego Scarlet Witch says, does Josh answer non-member live chats? No. No, I don't. Ever. Thanks for asking. Never could get into DBZ? What? What? Ain't no way. Okay, I've got one more big story I want to go over. Okay. You know, we just watched X-Men 97. How many of you guys liked X-Men 97, you know? It was pretty good, huh? Well, what if I told you that X-Men 97 is changing how Marvel makes movies? That's right. I've got a couple of different interviews here from Brad Winderbaum, and I want to go over these, and I want to explain how he's talking about how X-Men 97 has already changed the way they're making their movies and their shows. It has had a ripple effect throughout the studio. So that's what we're going to watch now, or we're going to read some of this stuff together. I do want to read first a couple of interesting answers he gives about like the mature content, about some of the cameos, tragedy, and then he talks about the ripple effect, okay? So there's a couple of really interesting things here. If you're a big fan of X-Men 97, I bet you haven't heard some of this stuff. Oh, and by the way, chat, Brad Winderbaum, I said this when Echo was coming out. I think Brad Winderbaum is the next Kevin Feige. I think he will take over for Kevin when Kevin does the big Disney job, maybe after Secret Wars, maybe a little bit further down the line. We shall see. We shall see. Okay? All right. So, really interesting question here. I'm also on Variety, just so you know. Says here, speaking of relationships, not to put too fine a point on this, but the X-Men have sex. And that is not something that Marvel Studios in general has explored a lot. I see you're nodding. Was that also something you discussed? And Brad answers, part of the ethos of the show is to emulate our memory of the original cartoon and honor the source material. In every page of X-Men is human desire and how it leads to romance, to complication, to people's awakenings in various ways over the years, and how it leads to conflict and tragedy, and how friends become enemies and enemies become friends. Part of that is about human desire and passion. Even though a lot of it is implied, you're right to say it's very present in X-Men. Now, the reason I bring that up, of course, is because, I mean, first of all, it's true, and it's kind of funny, right? Like sex in X-Men, sex in a Marvel show. The old show is super horny, too, and I think he's right. Like, a lot of the X-Men comics are super horny. Like, human desire is throughout the X-Men series, for sure. It's interesting that he's talking about it as a vehicle for not just honoring what came before, but for creating compelling conflict. And I think that is an important part of the formula for X-Men 97, and hopefully something that begins to ripple throughout some of their other stuff, because I think sex and sexual tension, it works, and I think it's very useful, especially in the superhero kind of genre. Okay, so next there's some stuff he talks about with regards to tragedy. So this is kind of interesting. It says here, Magneto's line in episode 5, so many allow their leaders to be terrorists. A lot of viewers have singled that out as particularly powerful, given the vehement feelings about Gaza and Israel right now. How did you feel about it? Okay, so look, that's a heavy, loaded question. Something I really like about Brad is how he's able to synthesize his answers. And this is why I think he will take over for Kevin. He's very smart. He's never had another job. He's only ever worked at Marvel Studios, right? But he's also a really great communicator. He's able to synthesize things in a way that feels good, because it feels like he's able to really communicate to the fans and not use like boilerplate answers and not like talk around things, okay? So his answer is interesting here. He says, it was, to me, confirmation that we were making the right show at the right time. It also has a certain meta tragedy to it. We're emulating a show from 30 years ago, and that original show was made 30 years after Jack and Stan launched the original comic book. So we're looking at this 60-year time frame that just shined a spotlight on the tragedy of the human race, and the fact that the more things change, the more they stay the same. I gotta tell you, that's a pretty good answer, man. Like, that's a pretty good fucking answer, right? Speaking to the tragedy, he goes on to talk a little bit about season 2. I recommend checking all of that out if you want to on your own. It's not necessarily pertinent to the point I'm trying to make here. Okay, here's the juicy bit here, and there's another quote from a different article that I also want to read to you to kind of get the full scope of what Brad is saying. Lean in, wake up, and listen to this. Finally, X-Men 97 is in its own timeline. But what have you learned making this show that you think could translate to how Marvel moves, it should say movies. Wait, no. Marvel moves forward with mutants in live action. They were right. Okay, so listen to this answer. You ready? Everything we make at the studios informs everything else. We have a very collaborative environment here. I've never worked anywhere else, so I don't know what it's like other places, really. But we're a tight-knit group. We're always looking at each other's materials and talking about each other's projects. Something like X-Men 97, it influences not just our plans for the X-Men, but he's saying that it is influencing their plans for the X-Men, but our studio overall. Just like everything else we make, it sends a ripple through the other creative projects. We're always trying to learn and have that conversation with the culture. I love the way he's wording this. And try to create stuff that we love, that hopefully other people love too. So, two things in there. Number one, he's saying it absolutely is influencing the way we're thinking about mutants in live action. Dude, that feels great to hear. Like, it's great to hear that. But he's talking about how it doesn't just influence that. It sends a ripple effect throughout all of Marvel, okay? Now, I want to bring up this interview. This is from The Hollywood Reporter, okay? Okay, so the name of this article is X-Men 97 EP Brad Winderbaum on Kevin Feige's mandate and how Daredevil Born Again updated MCU canon. Okay, but let's go all the way down here, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to read these two quotes. However, in spring of 2022, the bubble burst as Wall Street fell off love with streaming. As a result, every streamer, including Disney Plus, had to try to reevaluate. Certainly, the world has shifted. The original idea was that we can create whatever we wanted to launch Disney Plus. and to have a home for new Marvel ideas to take place. And now we do have to be a little bit more judicious with our choices. I mean, guys, that is so fucking huge. I know that might not seem like this big revolutionary thing, but I really want you to just absorb what he is saying here, okay? He's saying, certainly the world has shifted. The original idea was that we can create whatever we wanted to launch Disney Plus and to have a home for new Marvel ideas to take place. This is what I've been talking to you guys about for like a year. The Phase 4 mentality. The idea that they could do whatever they wanted. And this is an acknowledgement that that is not the way things are anymore. So he says, and now we do have to be a little bit more judicious with our choices. Okay, now I'm going to jump to another quote, and then I'm going to kind of like go into a little rant about why this is so dope, okay? So he says here, and he's referencing the major creative overhaul that happened with Daredevil Born Again, okay? So that's what he's referencing here. He says, frankly, a lot of that Daredevil Born Again reinventions was influenced as much from Loki as it was from our X-Men 97 experience. It's about honoring what came before in order to find a new arc for these iconic characters. So I am really excited about what's on the horizon. There's some great work coming down the pipe that audiences are going to really love. Okay, again, soak this shit in, man. Soak this shit in. He's saying the Daredevil Born Again complete creative overhaul was influenced as much from Loki as it was from our X-Men 97 experience. So going back to the original quote, right, where he's saying it creates a ripple effect that goes through all of our projects. Okay, so basically X-Men 97 and creating X-Men 97 was an experience that made them want to do the creative overhaul with Daredevil. I believe it's also an experience that made them want to make Echo the spotlight and make it more violent, make it, more hard. And so I think this is a sign that X-Men 97, which is this thing right now, which the fan base absolutely loved, we're very excited, very grateful that it happened. And there's a narrative out there, right? There are certain people that are saying it's just one show. It's just this animated thing. It's not going to save Marvel. It's not going to impact what they do from here. And I understand it. I understand being trepidatious. I also understand if your audience captured and you grift on anti-Marvel and you just got to come up with that no matter what. That's where you're going to be at. You know what? God bless you. But the truth is that's wrong. It's incorrect. It's a false narrative. Brad is the guy that is explaining the truth of what is actually happening. And so there's a lot of questions about what's going to be happening with the live action X-Men. Some people are like, okay, but X-Men 97 was so great, but obviously Marvel is not going to take that into account for their live action because Ralph Bohner, the Ancient One, Phase 4, all this shit, it's they're going to do that. And people are convinced of that. And I'm telling you, there's evidence, there's actual producers, and the fact that the creative overhaul of Born Again was literally influenced by X-Men 97. They're behind the scenes, they're watching this stuff be created, and they're like, whoa, this shit is hot. This is different. There's something here that's very, very good, that's resonating in a way that some of our other stuff is not. And so I think the truth is X-Men 97 and the process of creating it, and especially now that they have seen how the audience has responded, it is absolutely influencing Marvel. And I love this idea of honoring what came before in order to find a new arc. I mean, you think about Daredevil. Charlie Cox, D'Onofrio, they've been talking about this recently. The original version of Daredevil Born Again It didn't have anything to do with the Netflix show. It was going to ignore it. It was going to try to be its own thing. And it was going to try to strike its own tone. And they essentially realized that shit ain't going to work. So let's go back to the old well. Let's put a lot of the old Netflix stuff into there, right? So when that comes to the X-Men, I really think, and I know this is an ongoing debate, we don't know for sure, but I tend to believe a lot of the traditional things that work in 97 are going to be brought in to the live-action X-Men. Even if they make the team slightly different, right? Maybe they go Scott and Emma, and it's uncanny, and it's, not like there's no Jean, and maybe there's no Charles, maybe there's no Logan. There's going to be some different stuff. I still think you're going to feel the fundamentals of what came before in X-Men. Because that's what he's telling us. Like, that's what he is literally saying. And so, as a big Marvel fan, this is exactly what I want to hear. Because the last thing we want is X-Men 97 to just be this awesome thing that Marvel Studios created that has nothing to do with all the other shit that they're doing that's not as awesome. We want there to be a crossover. We want this kind of language. We want them to be learning those lessons and applying it across the entire line. And so I really think this is another part of the MCU comeback season that I've been talking about. And I love these statements coming from Brad Winderbaum. And so I wanted to put that out there into the universe. Put it out there. The comeback season has begun. I'm telling you. I blacked out. I blacked out for a little bit. But I assume that was okay. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying here? And what do you think? Rossi with a 5 spot, appreciate you, brother, says, please tell me there's still a chance Kevin Feige will go to Star Wars after Secret Wars. Yeah, there's a chance. There's a very real chance. I think he knows, and I think Disney knows, he's got to get Marvel back. Like, 100%. Like, he needs to get Marvel back on track. You need to prove that you had a blip. You need to prove you stumbled, but you're good. And if he can do that, yeah, I think there's a big chance that he goes over there, for sure. And then I'm back to talking about Star Wars, baby. Like, instantly. Like, I'm not even kidding. If Kevin Feige went over to Star Wars, like, if he announced it and he was like, okay, so after Secret Wars, I'm going over to Star Wars. We're doing a whole new trilogy. It's a whole new thing. It's Kevin Feige Star Wars. Then I'm back. I'll be making multiple videos a week. I'll be gushing about it on stream. I would 1,000% be back. Fuck it, I'll finish Andor. If Kevin Feige comes over to Star Wars, I'll even go watch boring-ass Andor. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Jareth has something to say? What did Jareth say? Did I miss it? Hey, Tim O'Brien, thanks for gifting a membership, baby. I appreciate it. Okay, slow down, Josh. All right, you're right. I'm going a little too crazy. You're right. I'm going a little too crazy. Okay, this is an interesting question from Kendall. He says, Josh, one of my concerns is Deadpool 3 is going to be underwhelming. Like, if it's lacking major cameos, that might be a problem. Anything or any chance an OG shows up. I would say don't worry about it. I would say don't worry about it. I would say you're not going to be underwhelmed. I can pretty much guarantee that. I can pretty much guarantee. Yeah. 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 Is Marvel just a cameo fest now? God, I hope so. We'll see. Tim O'Brien, thanks for gifting a membership, baby. Guys, we're trying to get to 2,000. We got 10 days to get to 2,000. And also, we had a ton of people become subscribers over on Twitch today. Really appreciate you, Twitch. Hell yeah. Appreciate the Twitch chat. In fact, I'm just looking at Twitch chat right now. I'm not even looking at the Twitter. I'm looking at you, Evil Diner. I'm looking at you, Typical Tony. I'm looking at you, Hail Wizard. Captain BTY. Successor D. A spoon full of smiles. Hell yeah. What's up, Twitch? How you guys doing over here? Do you guys like the new emojis and everything? Big Papa Quinn over on Twitch says, "Hey Josh, cut off the beard." Okay, I'm back to YouTube. Fuck Twitch. I'm back to YouTube. I'm back to YouTube. What's up? What's up, YouTube? No, I'm just playing. What's up, Twitch? Appreciate you guys. I do. Look, maybe we'll do a Twitch only stream tomorrow or Thursday. The problem is I got to try to find time to install this new thingy. Derby Crash rides again. What up? Richie Brash says, "I'm over here too. You can't escape me." God damn it. You talk about some jaw lines? A Spoonful of Smile says, "Do it right now." Unfortunately, I got some things I got to get into today. I got some stuff I got to do today. But, yeah, maybe we'll do it. We got to get some Twitch subs over here. I think the Twitch subs is going to be the way that we get to the 2,000. Because if we had, I guess I could try this thing again. It's just going to piss me off, though. Wait, it did add some members. But that didn't add all of them, though. Man, that's so stupid. Yo, is Adam in chat? Why doesn't Adam help me out and help me figure out what the hell's happening? Aaliyah says, "Put on the spoiler stamp and spill the tea." I'm trying not to talk about it. And also, I don't even want to know. Some people still hit me up with stuff about Deadpool, and I'm like, okay, I guess. But I'm at this place where, like, I kind of know some things that'll be in there. I know a lot of stuff was removed, so I'm interested to see, like, how that's going to work. But, yeah, I don't really want to know. You know? Like, I'm just trying to go in and have my mind be blown. Griff says with a 5-spot, appreciate you, bro, says there's talk of DeMeo being tough to work with. Was there any evidence of this in his time writing for The Witcher? Not that I know of. Look, How about this? I'll say it like this. I think the chances of Bo DeMeo coming back are like 0%. 0. I've been trying to sort of walk this line of giving the man his flowers, trying to just, because, dude, he did it, and it's incredible, and, like, we're all really grateful for it. While also not trying to, like, go too crazy on, like, the Bo DeMeo train. You know? Look, I don't know. I've heard things, but I don't know. Yeah, so maybe that's like the best way I could say it is like he's never coming back ever. Period. But fuck it, man, I still want him to. You know what I mean? Like I still want him to. Look, I'm not going to talk about it. Because I don't know. I mean, he signed an NDA, so he'll never talk about it. Marvel's not going to talk about it. So we'll never know for sure. He's never coming back. But also, he's incredible. Like, he's incredible. He did incredible work. And I think, to be honest with you, like, because here's the thing. I was talking to my wife about this over the weekend. And I can't tell you what I told her. But I will say this. After our conversation, we both kind of said the same thing. Where we were like, well, this is probably just the best scenario moving forward. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He signed an NDA, Rob. He's actually talked a little bit about it on Twitter. But what I said to my wife was like, look, this is just the best way forward. They're giving him a lot of props. Like, Brad's not trying to, like, not talk about him. I'm sure Brad still has a lot of love for the guy. They created some incredible stuff together, right? So, like, they're still giving him love. He's taken it and kind of galvanized some social media credit. He did do incredible work. He should be remembered for the work. But there's obviously something that happened that is, I mean, we said this before, but you don't fire the lead writer of a show the day before it premieres for zero reason. Right? And that's it. Like, that's literally all there is to say. You know? And I wish the guy well. Like, I don't have any ill will towards him. I think, he seems like an awesome guy from what I've seen online. He was really interactive with the fans, which I think helped the show. So he's, like, technically, like, still helping Marvel. You know? I would say Majors was fired for no good reason. Now, dude, everybody knows why Majors was fired. You might think he shouldn't have got charged. And I think that's fair. But once he's charged, Disney doesn't really have a choice. You know what I mean? Like, I view that a little differently. Once the charge comes, it's not too much you can do. Mandalore says, X-Men 97, by far one of, if not the best shows that's come out this year. By the way, shave the beard and the head. Bald Angry Josh for the win. Let's fucking go. Hey, thanks, man. Mandalore. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, and I'm glad that you're in here. It's a little rough for Star Wars right now. It's still cool to see you in here. I'm glad you enjoyed X-Men 97. Rossi says with a 10, and I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Says, if Feige takes over Lucasfilm, I'll slap my mother, dig up all my ex-girlfriends, and apologize and say, my bad. LOL, with your luck, Foggy will come in and say we're going to do 5 more seasons of The Acolyte. Jesus. Well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Oh boy. I'm going to nervously drink this Pellegrino and think about what to say next. Okay. Well. Okay, I think that's all the major news. That's all the stuff that I wanted to go over. I feel like there was something else, though. I feel like there was like one other kind of smaller tidbit I wanted to talk about. Let me see here. We got that. We got that. Oh, there was the Toby Andrew thing. I was thinking about just saving that, doing it on a video, though. I could talk about it now, though. I guess. I guess we could talk about that. No, this is Pellegrino. It's not alcoholic. It's just like bubbly. Bald Josh would look like that egg Pokemon. Okay. Hey Josh, I know it's off topic, but where did you get that Stormbreaker? I think I got it from GameStop. Didn't Daniel RPK say the director of Spider-Man 4 reveal is imminent? I believe he said that, yeah. You look like you would be an airbender. Josh, did you get a new car? I did. I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be. This Stormbreaker's lit, though. You just hit some shit. I should fucking hit you guys is what I should do. Just, right in there. The next time, maybe the next time somebody gets banned, I'll actually stand up and be like, "You're fucking banned!" And then like bring the hammer down. That'd be kind of cool. Rossi says, I don't know if you look like an airbender, but you definitely look like a gender bender. Somebody take the credit card away from Rossi. Holy shit. You definitely break too much shit with that? Yeah, maybe. Oh boy. All right, anyway. Damn, that's fucked up. Josh, what about the other Marvel animated shows? I mean, I think they could do the Spider-Man one. Did I hear the news about Doctor Doom? Oh boy. What's the news about Doctor Doom, Rob? Also, I read that comic. That comic was lit, dude. The Doctor Doom comic. Rob, what's the news about Doctor Doom, huh? Can't wait to hear it. Low key, I have actually heard some stuff about Doom that I'm not supposed to say. You got a Blade Coke? Any opinion on Black Panther animated show? Look, from what I've been told, it's incredible. It's very like arcane, the animation style. Apparently, the people that made it took it really seriously, so it's apparently really good. Seconds from Disaster says, just bought my tickets for Deadpool 3, 7:25, 7:30 p.m. Let's go! Hell yeah. So does that mean you're going to show up Friday morning when we do the spoiler stream? You got to come on by for that spoiler stream, baby. That's going to be good. That's going to be real good. Just say it. No, I'm trying to do as little leaks and rumors as possible. Because I want to get hired by Marvel. Wait, what? There is a Deadpool... Wait, there's a Wolverine vs. Predator fan movie already exists? Shvet? What in the hell? Hang on. We might have to watch this. This is cool. Oh, by the way, chat, how many of you guys watch Christian Harloff stuff? Anybody? 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 You guys gotta tell Christian, like, you gotta get into the chats, you gotta get into the comment section, and you gotta say, Christian, you gotta talk to Den of Nerds about the aliens. Let him know. Because I'm just trying to talk to Christian about the aliens. I'll go to New York. I'll show up in the studio. As long as we get to talk about the aliens. Okay, let's watch this. Not bad. Not bad. I feel like the cowl is a little off, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. Predator costume is great. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's cool. Ooh, get him! Oh shit! Yo, this really is not bad, but it does kind of make you appreciate the choreography in the other one because the action's just like kind of a lot cleaner in the other one. Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Mask off? Let's see how the effects look. Oh, my God. Not bad at all. Beast was ugly. I thought Beast was ugly. Damn! Damn! Got him. Show his whole body getting blown away.
I need a beer.
See how the fans
I need a beer. Dude, they missed an opportunity to have the bomb go off and have all of his flesh rip off and then like have the adamantium skeleton walking as he was healing. That would be cool. Yeah, that was fun though, huh? Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. That was cool. Cool Bear, thanks for the 5, brother. Says, Josh, what should I have Todd McFarlane sign at a con this weekend? Comic or toy, and which one? Please bring back the leaks. Dude, I still talk about leaks. I'm just trying to be, like, more selective. I'd like to leave some surprises and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just trying to be a little bit more selective. There's something out there about Toby and Andrew and Spider-Man 4. And if you guys want, I could talk about that. I could cut together a little clip for that. Or I might just put that all in a video. I don't know. If you really want to, I could talk about it. But I'm just like, there's just a lot of stuff that like doesn't need to be out there, you know? You know what I'm saying? That idea is out of budget. Okay, look, Kendall, you're right. And not everybody is going to like me saying this, but fairly soon, due to AI, there is nothing out of budget. Nothing out of budget, dude. Like, you could do whatever you want. It'd be crazy. And Cool Bear, I would say it depends. Do you have a really good McFarlane toy, like a Grail, something older? If you have one of the OG Spawn toys, that would be one to get signed. If not, do you have a key issue? Like, do you have Spawn 300, Spawn 350? Do you have Spawn 1? Do you have, you know, it would be really funny is if you got him to sign a Neil Gaiman Spawn issue. I wonder if he would freak out about that. But yeah, something like that would be good. Rossi says, I don't even care about the aliens in Miami. I just want to know what they bought at the mall. It must have been really dope. They probably went to the lunchbox store. Maybe they even got some shirts like this. Trev says, remember the Predator vs. Batman fan film from like 2003 Comic-Con? It was a good time. This vid heavy duty reminds me of it. I don't remember that, but I remember the actual comic. Mariah has a Spawn one. That's sick, dude. I love the Predator vs. Batman book. Dude, one of my favorite parts is like, so when they initially fight, Bruce gets fucked up. And he's in the hospital, or he's like, you know, in the Batcave, like healing. And Gotham is being terrorized by the Predator. Like, Gotham starts getting terrorized by the Predator, and, like, Batman can't do shit about it. And he, like, 60% heals. He puts on this fucking sick-ass costume. Actually makes him look like Shadowhawk or a little bit like Strife. Oh, it was awesome. It was good. Yeah, it was really good. Attila says, I can't believe it's already been over 2 years. Here's to many more. Nerd Vengers for life. Unity. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. 26 months of support. That's a long time. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that fan film was cool.
Voted. We have 69% for Wolverine and 31% for the Predator.
That makes sense. That's cool. So, Bat in the Sun. This is that channel, huh? Interesting. Okay, I might have to look at more of their stuff. That's pretty cool. That's pretty chill. Okay, guys. Well, I think we might call it there. We're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. Pretty good stream. Actually, you know what helped today, too? I have the fan going, and I have the door cracked. So I have, like, the air conditioner from the house coming through. But I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to install the new air conditioner, get it in here ready to go by Friday, so then we can really kick it. We could have some longer streams, have a lot more fun. So I'm hoping to get that going on. I appreciate all the support today. Appreciate the super chats, the member chats. I appreciate all the members, especially over on Twitch. Thank you guys so much, man. Trying to drive for that 2,000 members. And I think Twitch is the way we can do it. So I'll try to... Oh, you want to do Andrew Toby? Should I Andrew Toby real quick before we get out of here? Should I do it? Should I do it? Okay. So, potential spoilers for people out there. Potential spoilers. Okay. When are you and me and Paul doing a stream? I don't know. I can hit him up, though. I'll hit him up. I'll hit up the Brit. See what he wants to do. Okay. Okay, so this one definitely spoiler-ish. So spoiler warning. This is coming from My Time to Shine. Hello. I'm going to talk about this, but I'm also going to talk about some other leaks and some other sort of peripheral stuff, okay? So right now, Spider-Man 4 being worked on. They're working on the script. They're ready to go. Like, they want to shoot very soon. We've heard a lot about fighting behind the scenes between Sony and Marvel. Is it going to be grounded? Is there going to be multiversal elements? And recently, there were some rumors about the symbiote suit, Tom Holland getting the symbiote suit. I've talked about that in some videos, but I think that's real. I think the Kingpin stuff's also real. I think Daredevil's going to be in it. But interestingly, we now know how Toby and Andrew might fit into this story, okay? So, this is coming from My Time to Shine, and she said the thing that happens to Toby and Andrew is the fact that the spell from Spider-Man No Way Home, the spell that Doctor Strange casts at the end that makes everybody forget who Peter Parker is, well, that spell also affected Toby and Andrew. So when they go back to their universes, nobody remembers who they are. They remember Spider-Man, but they don't remember Peter Parker. So that would be like maybe Toby goes back and Mary Jane's there, but she has no idea who Peter Parker is. Like, that's crazy. Some of the other Avengers that might know him at a personal level, wait, there's no Avengers there, but like other people that know him at a personal level, they don't know him. Okay? This would be like Andrew going back to his world. Nobody's going to know who Peter Parker is. Okay? So that's crazy. That likely would lead to them coming back to 616 to try to get Peter to either undo the spell, which we've also heard Mary Jane as far as Zendaya. She's rumored to be in Spider-Man 4 too. So this could be how Toby and Andrew come into the movie, because they're going to pop back up and be like, hey, bro, what the hell? Your spell fucked up all my shit. My shit is fucked up, Peter. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what's going on, and then that undoes the spell, and then Zendaya remembers who Peter is, and maybe that could be cool, and that could be really, really interesting. Now, there's one other thing here. This one, potentially spoilery. I don't know if this will actually end up in the film. As far as I understand it, this is something that potentially is in the script, like one of those ideas. Okay, so lean in. Listen to this one. This one's really crazy. I was told the spell also affects Tom Holland to the point where he is even forgetting who Peter is. Meaning, he might be going a little bit darker. He might be, because he only is Spider-Man now. Nobody knows who he is. He might start to go a little too hard as Spider-Man because there's no longer the sweet boy. There's no longer the kid that needs to pay rent, the kid that's accountable to the friends and the people that he loves. And so in some ways, the spell even made Peter forget who he is. Now, is that an actual effect of the spell, or is it more like without a world that knows you, and without you being accountable to a world that knows you, do you then slip into the dark side? Is it easier to go dark if nobody knows who you are and you're not accountable to anybody? And is that also like kind of secretly a lesson about the scoopers themselves? I don't know. But that would be kind of fascinating, right? That would be kind of interesting. So you could see how some of these elements maybe tie together, where Peter's going a little bit dark. Fisk is wanting to outlaw vigilantes. Maybe Daredevil is trying to pull Peter back to the light. That would feel like a very Daredevil thing, right? If Peter's just going a little too far. Then you have the symbiote involved. Oh, shit. Is the symbiote going to really like being there with Peter because Peter's going dark side? There's a lot of implications here, right? So this is all rumors. It's all speculation for now. But I think you begin to see how it could all tie together. How you could have the street level stuff and you could have the multiversal stuff. Now, somebody in the chat said, well, how will they find their way back to 616? Maybe it's not them that finds their way back. Maybe Strange is involved. Maybe it's Ant-Man. There were rumors that Ant-Man was going to be involved. Maybe it's Kang himself. I'm not 100% sure. That is an interesting thought. And there's also another big rumor. Like, should I just say the other big rumor? I guess I should just say it. The other thing is a lot of rumors that Kraven is coming into the MCU. And that Kraven and some of the elements of Kraven's Last Hunt will be adapted in Spider-Man 4 as well. So, does that have something to do with how Toby and Andrew come back? Because if you've got, like literally, if it's Kraven coming from the Sony Marvel universe into the 616, does that then allow Toby and Andrew to find each other or to come in to the 616? I'm not really sure. So, who knows? But I will say, that's some cool stuff. Like, that's some cool stuff they're cooking with, right? Because I like the idea that the spell was not a clean out. I like the idea that everybody forgetting who Peter is has impacted him and the other Spider-Man in the multiverse. I like the idea of Peter going dark because maybe he's forgetting who he is. So there's a lot of stuff I really like here. So I think they got some stuff that's going in a good direction. I also think the idea of getting Secret Wars with like Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit, Tom Holland in a Venom symbiote. I mean, that's just like chef's kiss, man. That's like beautiful stuff. Like, that's stuff I want as a big sweaty nerd. That's the kind of stuff I get excited about. So we got some stuff. They're cooking. They are cooking. Yeah. Like Aaron Taylor Johnson Craven? Yeah, like Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's the rumor. I mean, we'll see. I think they want to wait to see how the movie's doing. But Sony just delayed the movie. So I don't know. Now, some of the people have told me that, like, Craven's actually good. You know, despite Madam Web, despite Morbius, despite even the Venom movies, that, like, randomly, Craven's, like, actually good. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. Rossi says, this plot strangely sounds like the making of Madam Web documentary where nobody knows who Peter is or how to use him and what timeline he's in. Actually, that's true. That's actually funny. That's actually a funny point. I wonder if there's a meta thing going on there. That's kind of interesting. Does he hunt broccoli? Yes. 100%. He hunts broccoli. Totally. All right, everybody. I'm going to get on out of here. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Much love. I'll try to keep you guys updated. It just depends on, because I got to go get the car tomorrow, like officially the stuff transferred into my name. I got some other bullcrap to deal with, and I got to install this AC. So, yeah, if Craven shows up, everybody's going to be like, what happened to Quicksilver? Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. We'll see how that goes over. Ending a little early? What are you talking about? We're almost at 3 hours. We did 3 hours today. That's a nice stream. That's a nice chunky stream. Nice girthy stream. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. What car are you getting? Oh, I don't want to say. I don't want to say because I don't want you guys like looking for me and stuff. We got a big old minivan, dude. Like a huge Dodge Caravan from like the early 2000s. Hey, thanks, Aaliyah. It's all good. Sorry, used to you ending by now or a little bit later. My bad, Josh. Oh, it's all good. I appreciate it. It's all good. Yeah. Nobody goes to Erie, brother? Well, you say that. You say that, but I've already had a situation, let's say. So, I wish that was true. He's getting a Lambo like Theory? Nah. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't get a Lambo. That's just not me. You know, that's just not me. Maybe at most I would get like a muscle car or something. Like I've always liked the old Shelby GTs. Like those look really cool. But nah, not a Lambo. No, not me, not me. All right, everybody, much love. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I will see you in the next video. is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Another happy landing. Another glorious day at Vengers Towers. Another late super chat from Rossi. Holy shit! Says, sorry, I had a Benadryl at 6 a.m. Shit hits me hard. Love my guy. And what kind of lower life form would stalk you? It's like a loser stalking a nerd. Oh. Yeah, no, thanks. Appreciate that. Look, I don't get people. I don't know why people do things. Even you. But much love, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all, y'all. I appreciate all y'all. Sent you a message on Discord? Hell yeah. Send me another one. Rossi gifted another membership. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. Much love, man. Remember, open up your third eye. There are no straight lines. And wash out your stinky, stinky butt.